Hello guys, welcome to my YouTube channel Lenin 8. So in this video we are going to discuss about a Java program to check a given input number is a prime number or not. So if the input is 10, it's not a prime number, so we have to print the output as false. And if the input is 97, it's a prime number, so we have to print the output as a true. Then what is the concept behind this one? So as we discussed previously some prime numbers based programs, I recommend you to watch those videos for better understanding. So here, if you take any numbers as 10, say for example, what are these factors of 10? 1, 2, 5, and 10, right? 1 and the number itself are always factors of any given number, so we no need to check. It means we are going to reduce some iterations for the fastest output, therefore we no need to check 1 and 10. Then to check with 2 and 5, if we take this half of the number, that is still 5 only, then if you check it, if it has one factor before the half, then we can say that there is one more factor in the second half as well. That's why to reduce the number of iterations, we are not going to check till complete 10. So we are going to check the half of a number. So for example, half of 10. Similarly for 97 as well. So yeah, that is the fastest way of getting a prime numbers output. So for the same thing, what is a Java code? Yeah. So first we need a number as input. So int n equals to some input value. The value doesn't matter because logics will always depends on the variable name, not on the values. So once we have this number, to count the number of factors, I'm taking one more integer. So int with the variable name as count and initialize to 0. Then to iterate for every time, we need a loop for this one. So I'm taking a loop as for loop, and int is a data type with variable name called I equals to. Do we need to start this loop from 1 or 2? Because 1 is a factor of every number. No need to check for that iteration. So I'm starting from 2. Then I should be less than or equals to the same number or half of the number is enough. Half of the number is enough. So I'm taking n by 2 because n is our variable in which the value is there. Then each time I has to be incremented by 1, therefore I plus plus. So inside this for loop, so we are going to check a condition. What is the condition? If for the input value or input variable name n, if I is a factor, it means if we divide it, if the remainder is 0, then we can say that there is a factor. So to count the number of factors, I am using this variable count plus plus to increment it. Yeah, so this is the purpose of for loop. Now with this approach, other than 1 and 10, if you are getting any other factors, then is it a prime number? No, it means count should remain 0 to come as a result of prime number. So here I am checking the count. If count double equals to 0, then we can say that it's a prime number. You can print it or you can return it. So as per my requirement, I'm just returning. So in Eclipse, I'll explain you the returning process. So here I'm just writing print statement, system.out.println, say print this is a prime number or it's true. So if the count is not 0, then else part, else we can say that it is not a prime number. So system.out.println, so print it's false. So this is the simplest program of checking whether the input number is prime number or not. Yeah, I hope you understood. We'll execute the same thing to Eclipse as well. I'm back to Eclipse. I have taken a package called Prime, and I have imported a scanner class to take the input from the keyboard. And this is the scanner class object creation. Then I'm entering a message for the console to pop up as a enter a number message. Then followed by I'm using scanner object dot next int method. This is to read the integer value from scanner class, and I'm storing into a variable called n. To have a return based approach, I'm taking one more class in the same file, and I'm naming that class as a prime. The class name is prime. So inside this, I'm taking a method, so public. So we have to return true or false. It's a Boolean kind of value. So I'm going for a return type of this method as Boolean. Then followed by the method name. Standard approach, I'm just using camel casing standards with get prime is the number method name, and I'm taking int n is one variable. Yeah. So it no need to be same as this n. You can take any value here, but while calling, we'll be passing this n variable. That we'll see. Okay. Next, we are getting error because still we have to write the return statements and all. So let us proceed the logic. So int, we need a count variable and initialize to 0. Then followed by, we need a for loop. So for int I equals to, as we discussed, as start from 2, and I should be less than or equals to, not n, it's n by 2. To reduce the number of iterations, still we get the effective result and fastest output. So I'm incrementing by I plus plus. The purpose of this loop is to check the number of factors. So we are using a condition if. What is the condition? N if we divide with I, and if the remainder is 0, then we can say that there is a factor. So since it's a single line of statement, we no need to use curly braces for a single line of code, some condition. Then outside this for loop, again I'm using if condition. So if, what we have to check, if count double equals 0, that means other than 1 and the same number, there are no other factors. So therefore, in that situation, we can return true. Since it's a Boolean, so no need of any double quotes. Next, else part, it means it has some other factors. Then it means we have to return false. So this is a method-based approach. Now the error is disappeared from line number 15. Then to execute this entire code, what we have to do? Create the object for prime class inside this main method. Yeah. So I'm taking the class name as prime and object variable p equals to new prime. The next, how do we call the method? So p dot get prime is a method. And since we are reading the input from the keyboard, that input variable name is n, the same variable I'm passing. Yeah. So if you want to catch and print, that's a two-line approach. Just simply we can use a print statement also. Directly inside a print statement, we can call the method. So I'm using print statement. I'm writing the same thing inside this. Yeah, if you want to use two lines approach, you can follow, or this is a single line approach to get the same result. Yeah. So let me save this code. Now I'm executing, and the console is asking us to enter a number. So according to our examples, 10. It's a prime or not? It's not a prime. Therefore, we should get the result as false. You can see here. Again, I'm re-executing. This time I'll give a prime number called 97. So we should get the return as true. It's working. I'll go for some other number. Say, for example, 2 is a number which we are aware of. It's a prime. True. So this is the logic. I hope you understand this one. And for any other questions, please use the comment section. Thank you.